Zdravím všechny, kteří se koukají na hru Kingdom Come Deliverance. Přespala jsem v domě, kde nikdo nebydlí. A teď se chystám najít pana Ptáčka a předat mu nebo vysvětlit mu, co se stalo včera. Že se mi povedlo předat ten dopis a šperk. Tak kde pak je? Jak to tady nahoru?
God save you, Henry. Greetings. What business have you?
I delivered the things as you asked.
I already know. My spies told me everything. She was wearing the necklace this morning as I asked in the letter.
So you'll go to the rendezvous with her?
Certainly not. I'm not going to pounce on her like a bull in rutting season. Her feelings must be allowed to mature gradually. Meanwhile, you'll get a potion for me.
I thought you didn't believe in witches' brews.
This is no witch's brew. It's an absolutely tried and tested elixir called Musk of Infinite Allure. There's a fellow in Sasau who sells it and he guarantees its success.
Musk of Infinite Allure? Sounds irresistible. All right, I'll try and get it for you.
I'm sure I can rely on you. Here's some coin for your costs.
See you later.
Takže se koukneme, kde to je. Jo, tady. Tak to musím do toho ledečka. Tak proč ne, no, tak si udělám vejlet. Můžu si to najít v těch lektvarech samozřejmě, ale to není ono. Koníka jsem si mohla zavolat, ale to vůbec nevá. Trochu sportu neškodí. A já prchám do ledečka. Slepičí polívka, přejela jsem asi 3 slepice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, well, who have we here?
Ah, the prodigal son returns. I knew you'd come back to me one day.
Let me guess, you saw it in a dream?
I knew you were going to say that.
I had a dream of my own.
You too? So you learned something from me after all?
Yeah, it was just when I was getting pummeled by a mob of very irate villagers.
Ah, that unfortunate misunderstanding. What can you do?
Misunderstanding, yeah. I tried to explain that to them, but they were too busy kicking my arse to listen. I've heard you know of some irresistibility potion or whatever it is.
Ah, naturally. Musk of Infinite Allure. An age-old recipe, maybe even older. Tested by Moses himself.
Moses?
Or how do you think he managed to get his people to follow him through the desert for 40 years? It's extremely potent.
Yeah, so it would seem. How much do you want for it?
Who do you take me for? The wisdom of the ancients isn't something that's bought and sold in the marketplace. Did Jesus charge for his miracles? But since you ask, how about this much?
That's not much.
Really? All right, double then.
What? Why? You... Oh, why do I even bother?
If you'd like, I can mix the elixir for you in exchange for a small favor.
Oh, not again.
Now, is that any tone to use with your master? For shame.
Apologies, Master. I was carried away by my thirst for knowledge.
I understand your impatience, but the way to wisdom is narrow and arduous.
And leads out the window. So what is it you want from me now?
Ah, my dear apprentice, everything's gone to the devil. I'm living from hand to mouth, sleeping on straw, and the local peasants won't buy from me. They say they don't trust me, as if I was some kind of charlatan. Can you believe it? Does this look to you like the face of a swindler? I'm an honest trader in sacred goods, whose only concern is the welfare of troubled souls. And any time now the slanderous gossip will spread here from Sasau. I should leave before things get worse. But I can't go anywhere until I've made a bit of coin. So what's needed is to give the locals a bit of encouragement, to open their hearts and purses.
I'm not going to go around beating people for you.
What do you take me for? I wouldn't hurt a fly. Violence is for the dull-witted. We must gently demonstrate to them the necessity of buying my remedies. For example, to ward off a revenant.
Revenant? What revenant?
Well, the dead, returned from the grave. A corpse that the soul is unable to depart from, which wanders among the living, filled with rage at its wretched fate.
Yeah, I saw something like that once. But it was just some drunk going home from the tavern after losing all his money at dice.
Don't make light of such things. Now tell me, do you know how to deal with a revenant?
Garlic and a crucifix should be enough, right?
Those are things everyone should have, to repel malign spirits and other evils. You are my trained apprentice, but the ignorant villager is entirely at a loss how to deal with such dark forces. It is our sacred duty to prepare them for such threats.
And how do you propose to do that?
Well, they're all doubting Thomases. They need proof. We'll need a grave, an empty grave that we can use. There's one along the way to Sasau, but it's got one minor shortcoming.
What's that?
Well, it's not entirely empty.
Not entirely? What does that mean?
You have to dig it up first.
Why this particular grave?
The locals don't like to talk about it, so it's surely got some sinister past behind it. And in places like that, revenants sprout up like mushrooms after rain.
Well, if that's how it is, we could open old wounds. That could easily set people against us. Again.
Then it would be best if no one could connect us to it, wouldn't it?
But that's a sin.
Refusing to help the needy is also a sin. I haven't had a decent meal for 40 days and 40 nights.
My conscience is clear where your stomach is concerned. Disturbing a grave is a grave sin.
grave is not in hallowed ground, so that's hardly worth one lord's prayer in penance. I asked a priest once, just out of curiosity.
I'll need a spade then.
Yes, dig it up and remove the remains, leaving no trace.
And what am I to do with the remains?
Keep them. Human remains are always handy to have around.
Oh, great. And how do we spread the word of this revenant?
There's a gossip in every village. Here too, a woman who'll spread news quicker than a dozen messengers on the fastest steeds.
And what am I to tell this gossip?
All you have to do is casually mention the empty grave, and before evening, I'll wager the whole village will know about it.
Where does this woman live?
The last house on the left, on the road to Sasau. She was the first person I met here, and by the time I reached the village green, I already had a mob looking suspiciously at me. The rumor-mongering fishwife.
And that's all?
Not quite. You should ask her who was buried there. So we've got a story to work with.
So, dig up the grave, talk to the gossip.
And the remains. Don't forget to remove them. Otherwise no one will believe in the revenant.
I might have known any task for a capon would turn into some insane escapade. Grave robbing. Jesus.
Tak kouknu se, jak jsem na tom s tím lektvarem. Nijak, dobře.
Come closer. God be with you.
About that recipe.
Yes, you want to buy it?
Yes, I need it right away.
I understand. I'm sure you'll be more than satisfied with it.
I won't be drinking it, fortunately.
Goodbye.
Tak recept si můžete koupit za 4000. A pak samozřejmě si ho jdete uvařit. Schválně by mě zajímalo, jestli tady někde je takový stůl na vaření. Zatím ho teda nemám objevený. Jo, tadyhle, ne. Ne, to není on, tady. Jo, jasně, tady se můžu podívat. No, to už je jedno, to je jako když pojedu do těch Ratají. To je úplně stejný. Takže ne, jedem zpátky. Nebudu se tam vracet ke stolu, když můžu jet rovnou do vesnice, zpátky do města teda. Další úkol si nechám na jindy, s tím hrobem. Tady je cílem porazit co nejméně lidí. Tak a já jedu do alchymistické dílničky dělat lektvar. Tak. jsem tady tma. Já jdem se podívat. Já tady vlastně ještě nemám, že jo. Takže zpátky, úplně zpátky. A kouknu se. Tady recept na neodolatelnost číst. Tak. A teď teprve ho můžu vařit. Tady to je. Tak co potřebuju? Šalvy. Jedna jeskynní houba. Jeden měsíček lékařský a jeden kostival, to je všechno jednou, no dobře. Takže voda. Šalvy nadrtit. Hočelin, 3 otočení, 3krát vařit. Jo, potom přidat měsíček a kostiva a jednoukrát vařit. No. A nakonec už se tam dá ta houba a slít. No tak jo. Skládáme tlačítkem a budeme vařit voda. Tak. Nadrčalvěj, takže to je zde. A nadrč je tohle v moždíři. No a vařit 3 otočení. A zatáhnout. Tak. Měsíček si zatím připravím na talíř s tím kostivalem. Tak. Další otočení, další zatáhnutí teda je další otočení a kostival si taky připravím na talíř, takhle, no. Tak, počkám, až to dohoří a to je 3. otočení. Tak. Teď tam přihodím ten talíř. A ještě jedno otočení, jedno zatáhnutí. No a teď tam přidám tu houbu. A sleju. A máme hotovo. Teď je jenom potřeba pana ptáčka najít. Protože tady někde trajdá. Ale no takhle. Tak. No je v hospodě, no kde jinde by byl, jasně.
Hey,
Greetings. What do you need?
I got you that potion from the charlatan.
What charlatan? He's a man of learning who even cured the Pope of impotence. But thanks, Henry. I really appreciate your help. Once I drink this potion, every woman will faint at my feet. But I'm only interested in one. The fairest creature on God's green earth.
Yeah, the butcher's daughter, I know. And then what?
A rendezvous. She and I, under the cloak of night. And you shall be my herald of exalted words. You will hide and prompt me from a book of poetry.
I'll do what?
Here's a book of poems. I'll need a little time to get ready. Meanwhile, you can learn some poems off by heart. You'll prompt me.
Learn poetry? Me? That sounds... well, not exactly...
Stop wasting time and get to it. Come back to me in a couple of hours. I have to get dressed up and groomed, and it'll take a while before the potion takes effect.
God be with you. 1 ale, please.
Takže počkáme.
That's a clever way of putting it. Will you come tomorrow?
Welcome, Henry.
Tak ale knížku básní a rande si nechám do příštího dílu. Takže díky za sledování a přeji pěkné poledne.